Welcome to Happy Healthy Living with Yvonne Douglas. My name is Doug, and today we're going to work on a Halloween craft that I think you'll enjoy. Stay tuned.
'Twas a long time ago, longer now than it seems, in a place that perhaps you've seen in your dreams. For the story that you're about to be told began with the holiday worlds of old. Now you've probably wondered where holidays come from. If you haven't, I'd say it's time you begun.
All right, so what are we making today? Today we're going to make a ghost. Now, I have seen these ghosts all over, seen it at Home Goods, seen them at Pottery Barn. Now, Pottery Barn charges a lot. Their ghost is named Gus, and they want like $90 for this ghost. And it's supposed to be sort of like a pillow or something. I haven't seen it in person, so I'm not quite sure. Very cute, but $90, I don't know about that. So we're going to make something similar. It's not going to be a pillow. It's going to be more like a freestanding decoration. And I have this Sherpa fabric right here, and it's super, super soft. I got this off of Amazon. It was only $6 and something cents. And this is 2 yards. It's 2 yards. So you could actually make a bunch of these depending on the size of your ghost. Now, I have this craft cone right here in my drawer back there. Haven't used it yet, and these are very inexpensive. You can get these at any craft store, Michael's or Hobby Lobby, places like that. Same thing with the styrofoam ball. So all I did was I poked the top of the cone into the styrofoam ball. If you want to add a little hot glue there to secure it, you can. You're going to need hot glue for this project, by the way. And this is pretty tall. This is approximately at least 15, 16 inches high. So it's going to be a pretty large ghost, but I'm going to be doing half of this fabric here for this large ghost. So you can get definitely 2 large ghosts, or if you're doing smaller ones, you could get a bunch of them. You are going to need a little felt. Felt is very inexpensive. I actually have this little remnant in my drawer too, so I'm reusing some of the things that I already have. And so this project is not going to cost that much. Probably the most expensive thing here is this for $6. So when you think about it, Home Goods or let's say Pottery Barn, they charge a lot of money. Not so much Home Goods, but Pottery Barn charges a lot of money for this ghost. You're also going to need a small little fall pumpkin. This is fabric. This I actually had too. So these, you can find these probably at any craft store. It depends on what kind of pumpkin you want to, if you want it to look like a jack-o'-lantern or not. I just wanted a fall pumpkin. And that's really all you're going to need. So we're going to start by cutting our fabric here, our Sherpa fabric. And this is approximately 40 inches wide. So since it's 2 yards, I'm going to be just using 1 yard. So you want some really good fabric scissors. And we're just going to cut our FERPA fabric in half. And once again, it doesn't have to be totally perfect when you're cutting across, but you want it as straight as possible. All right, so this is our second one. We don't need that. Toss that off to the side. So here is our fabric right here, our FERPA fabric. And like I said, it's super soft. All right, so we have our craft cone right here with our craft ball, styrofoam ball. And basically you just want to lay this on top of the ball. You're going to check, make sure it is hitting the ground on all sides. And I can see that we have probably, you want it to be the same amount on both sides right here. So I'm just eyeballing it, okay? You can just eyeball it. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right, this is hitting the ground. This is hitting the ground. Good, good, good. Yes, this looks good. Okay, so once you see that your ghost is pretty much even on all sides, this is the top, of course, the head. This is where we want to add that hot glue. So I'm going to very carefully lift up because I don't want to lose the spot. And I'm just going to do a circular hot glue there for the top of the head, and then very carefully lay that back down. So it's going to stick to the head, and that looks good. Very good. Excellent. So that is the head. So now the fabric, I'm going to let that set for just a little bit. The fabric is pretty much secure. All right, so we have the top part of that head. Now, when you do the eyes, when you get your felt, your black felt, you want to probably do, you can eyeball it if you want, but I like to make usually a little pattern of what the eye should look like, and I'm going to do ovals. And I usually do it on tag board, and then I'll place it and then cut around it. You can pin it down, you can hold it with one finger and cut around. Depends on how you want to do it. Or like I said, you can just eyeball it. But what you want to do with the eyes, you want to make sure that the eyes are proportionate to the ghost. So looking at my ghost here, I think this right here is a good size. But it's your creativity. You can make it however you want. If you want to do really large eyes, you could do really large eyes if you want. We're not going to do a mouth. It's just going to have two eyes, and it's going to be holding this pumpkin. All right. So I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to start gluing my eyes down once again with the hot glue. Okay, so I'm going to add a little hot glue right where I want the eye to be. It's one eye. There's the other eye. So cute. Just a little bit more hot glue. Perfect. Look at him. Super cute. Now you're going to say, well, how is he going to hold the pumpkin? Well, we're going to pretend these are his arms here. And we're going to fold it in like this. And then we're just going to do something like this. Okay, just fold in. And that looks like it's going to hold it. All right. So we're going to glue these two together. Now you don't need any wire if you're thinking maybe I should use some wire. It's really not necessary as long as that pumpkin is light enough. If your pumpkin's heavy, then yeah, you probably want to use some wire in there to hold it. But this is very, very light. So I'm going to get some hot glue. And we just want to push those two things together like this and hold it just a bit. Very cute. And then we're going to put our, fold that back just a little bit. Then we're going to add our pumpkin. You want that leaf to show. How cute is that? Look at that. See how simple this was? Well, here he is, guys. What I did was I just cut off some of the extra at the bottom. I felt like it was a little bit too long at the bottom. And then just with the extra, just kind of tuck it in at the bottom to give it that fold, that look. And oh my gosh, I think it's so cute. And how easy was that? Something like that, Home Goods, probably $10 to $20. And you go to Pottery Barn, they're charging 90. And I think he's just a cute, beautiful little craft. Very easy to make as long as you have the supplies. Awesome. Well, I hope you enjoyed our little craft today. How easy was that? And look how cute. So we did already a painting. This is the inspired Michael's painting of the ghosts. I did a video on that if you're interested in how to make this. Look back a couple of videos and I show you exactly how to create this painting. It's very similar to the Michaels. I think they're charging around $80 for theirs, something like that. And so that is this, and this was done for under 15. This one, figure around, gosh, I mean, I know I had some of the supplies already, but no more than 10 bucks, no more than 10 bucks to make this. And then we have our air dry clay owl, if you want to know how to make him, with the little pumpkin that he's holding, a little pumpkin. This, I show you exactly how to make this too. And that was done with air dry clay. So some fun Halloween projects that you can work on this fall. And I hope you enjoy this video, and hopefully you'll check out the other two videos for the other two crafts that we have done this year. Thank you so much for joining us on Happy Healthy Living with Yvonne Douglas. Remember, if you want that homey vibe, or I should say spooky vibe, you need to give this video a like. And please subscribe. Thank you so much. Until next time, my friends, happy healthy living. Bye-bye.